I moved my office from here to this. And let me tell you a secret. This is also my home. Doing something like that, having office space and living in the same place, it's only possible in Asia. Why? Because work-life balance is completely different concept here than what it is in the Europe. Today, I will share with you the main differences between those two concepts, as well how you can use this information to grow your business, get more revenue, and get more clients. Okay, guys, it's pretty hot here. Let's go upstairs and I will explain you more. So first of all, why it's important and why I can talk about this subject. So I was born in Poland, and when I was 18 years old, I left Poland and I used to live in many different countries. Last 10 years, I've been living in Asia. That's mean I have a good understanding of both West and the East. Last 7 years, I'm running here my business, and what is also very important, I have my family here. I have my wife who is local. They are all here. Second thing, why this is important? Because I will show you in this episode how turn this knowledge into real money, how to design your company that it can operate between West and East. So what I will do in today's episode, I will give you 3 cases that happen in my personal and work life, and I will show you how differently West and East would react to these both cases. So first of all, I want to share with you the time when I was living back in Ireland. When I was 18, I moved to Ireland and I spent there a couple of years, I think around 8 years. So I remember like today in Ireland, when we were going to the office, let's assume you work from 8 to 5. There was very interesting situation happening. Around 4 p.m., you start seeing movement in the office, in the hall. People start they getting ready, they packing up, they preparing basically to leave. 5 minutes to 5, everyone, the queue into the machine where you scan your card that you can tag out from the work. And exactly at 5, 1 second after 5, the machine got red. Everyone scanning. 2 minutes after 5, there is no car on the car park at the company. That was just ridiculous. And I'm not telling you is it good or bad. It was for me fun at this moment. But what I can tell you from my perspective today, the Irish people, they can draw a clear line between their work life and between their personal life. So let me share with you how does it work here in the East. I will give you 2 cases, one from my personal life, one from my work life. I remember many years ago when I came to Vietnam and I started dating my girlfriend at that time, now it's my wife. And I said, as a good gentleman, I said, hey, babe, I will pick up you from the office. What time you want me to come? And she goes, 6 p.m. Okay. Next day, I say, hey, I will come pick you up from the office. What time you want me to come? 6 again? No, today 7. So 7? Okay. Next day, I said, okay, I will come pick you up. What time you want me to come? 5:30. I said, why this is so fluid? Why is changing? And she goes like, if I have something to do else, I will do it. Or if my friends, they ask me to go out. Friends, when she said friends, she mean actually colleagues. If they ask her to go out, she will go out with them, hang out, and then I will come and pick her up. So basically, you can see already that there is a little bit mixture between the friends and colleagues. And also there is no strict line like in Ireland where you finish at 5 and that's it. Second situation was when I was running delivery team with the focus on the sales and delivery in the IT industry in Hanoi. There was like few hundred people in the room working with me, and I am the person that I like to stay longer. I like peace in the office, and I was staying in the office there, and I see a lot of people stay there as well. And I'm thinking, okay, do they like peace as well, or what's going on? Then I noticed around 6 p.m. they order the food and they sit down in the hall together. They eat together, and I was thinking, looking at this, I said, probably they will want to spend some time together and they go home. What happened? They ate and they came back to work. For me, it was like just unbelievable. I went next day to my boss and asked him, hey, do they do some overtime or something? He said, no, they just want to stay longer, so they stay longer, which was very surprising for me. So guys, why is important to know? Basically, if you are Vietnamese business or Asian business and you're approaching Western companies, just be assured that there is a strict line between their personal life and their work life. And if you want to reach them, if you want to talk to them, especially if you are at the beginning of collaboration with them, just do it in the working hours. Okay, I want to move to another case, but before I do it, just guys, you see we have a new way of recording our videos, and I want to hear from you. Is this kind of way suitable, better than the previous one, or no? You can let me know in the comment, you can contact me on LinkedIn, you know where to find me, but I really appreciate your feedback. Second thing, I would like to talk about the creating relationships. So, I see that in the Europe, when we live, when we work together, we are very practical. We go to the work, we do our things, and then we go home. The simplest example is that in the office, at the beginning, when we just engage each other, we don't spend much time on the understanding the hobbies, understanding what other person like to eat, and things like that. We are more focused on the practical thing. From the perspective of Vietnamese or most of the Asian countries, it's a little bit different. So actually they starting with building trust, if I can say it like that, starting with building relationships. So they want to know about you, they want to understand who you are, do you have a family, and things like that. So guys, I will give you a very interesting case. I remember when I opened my first business in Vietnam and I was importing containers of the food supplements to Vietnam. So from my perspective, I need to go to the custom office, I need to find about legal stuff, whole import duties, things like that. But from the Vietnamese perspective, it was completely different. I had to go to the custom office to invite them to go for the dinner. We went for karaoke, we went for the beers, and this situation repeat 3 or 4 times. So basically what they want from me is to establish a trust, know who I am, and then they will be more flexible when it's coming to the tax duties and other tax information or custom clearance. Where in Europe, let's say you start new project, the most important is when you go there and deliver the value. So I give you a case. I know the guy. We are quite close. He is from Poland. And we start a project together. When we start a project together, we forgetting about our relationship and we focus on the work. So me and him observing each other, how we deliver the work. And this is the very important aspect. So now, guys, if you understand it, if you are from Asia, make sure when you starting working with foreigner, you focus on delivery first. Deliver the value, show that you can do it, show your expertise, and then that's how you can win the deals, how you can win long-term collaboration. And also after that, you are very, very open to build relationship. And actually, this will be very, very good benefit on the top of high delivery, high relationship and trust, amazing collaboration. And the last point, I would like to talk something what is actually related to the first point. I mentioned you that during the time when I was working here in Vietnam, I had this team that they used to eat dinner together and then they come back to work. And in Vietnam, it's pretty common that people, they are delivering more value. More value. They feel this is the part of their life. They feel this is the part of responsibility. When in the Europe, it's if somebody stay overtime, they have an expectation they be paid for it. Yes. So knowing this aspect, there is a huge leverage and you can take advantage of this. Look at you. If you are Asian company and for you, it's a normal thing to over-deliver, to stay overtime, to show effort and support to the client, use it. Show it at early stages of the project. I guarantee you that the Western client, they will love it. I give you a real case. This is the most common compliment I am receiving from Western clients when my team working with them. So when we run the project for, let's say, US client or European client, the most often compliment, they will come back to me and say, "Hey Adam, is this girl never sleep? Wherever I text her, it is middle of the night, middle of the day, she always replying like 10 minutes later." So this was very, very huge compliment, and the clients from the Europe, again, they do appreciate that. Try it out and see how it's worked for your organization. I guarantee you that you will positively surprise your client. So guys, there is only one thing I want you to do. If you grow international business, if you're looking for a European client, if you're looking for a US client, you want to scale your business, if you want to grow more revenue, please subscribe to this channel. I am sharing a lot of information that are on the edge between culture, lifestyle, and the business plus sales and marketing that will be extremely helpful and important for your company. Thank you so much and see you in the next episode.